1. Coriander is an annual herb plant used as a spice in kitchen. It is mostly grown for its fruit and green leaves to provide flavor in dishes. 2. Dry seeds of coriander contain essential oils which are used in confectionery, to mask offensive odors in pharmaceutical industry, and for flavoring liquors. 3. Green leaves are good source of vitamin C and are used for making chutney, soups and sauces, etc. Coriander also has good medicinal value. 4. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are major producers of coriander in India. 5. It can grow in all types of soil, but well-drained loamy soils are suitable for good growth. pH range of soil should be 8 to 10. Slide to variety of seeds. 1. Local. Its average height is about 60 centimeters. Its flowers are of white color and fruits are of light green to yellowish color. Ready to harvest in 175 to 180 days. Gives average yield of 3.5 quintals acre. To Punjab Sugandh, variety having green leaves of medium size with excellent aroma. It gives 4 cutting of green leaves. It gives average yield of 150 quintals acre for green leaves and 3.5 quintals acre of seed yield. 3. GC1, grains are of medium size, round and yellow colored. Ready to harvest in 112 days. It is tolerant to wilt and powdery mildew. Gives average yield of 4.5 quintals acre. 4. GC2, tall and semi-spreading variety with medium-size grains. It is tolerant to wilt and powdery mildew. Gives average yield of 5.8 quintals acre. 5. Co1, dwarf variety with small-size brown grains. Ready to harvest in 100 to 120 days. Gives average yield of 2 quintals acre. 6. Co2, medium-size yellowish-brown grains ready to harvest in 90 to 100 days. Gives average yield of 2.08 quintals acre. Slide 3. Land preparation and sowing. 1. Land should be prepared well by giving 2 to 3 deep plowing followed by planking to make uniform and leveled beds. Before last plowing, add 40 quintals acre of well-decomposed cow dung in soil. To time of sowing for vegetable purpose, optimum time for sowing is first week of October, and when grown for seed purpose, complete sowing in last week of October to first week of November. 3. Keep row to row distance of 30 centimeters and plant to plant spacing of 15 centimeters. Depth of soil should not more than 3 cm. Use Pora method for sowing. For sowing 1 acre land, seed rate of 8-10 kilograms is used. 4. Seed treatment for quick germination. Before sowing crushed, break seeds into 2 parts. Before sowing, soak seeds in water for 8 to 12 hours. To prevent crop from wilt, root rot and damping of disease, treat seeds with Trichoderma viride Pseudomonas fluorescens at 4 gm/kg of the seeds before sowing. Slide 4. Fertilizer. 1. Fertilizer requirement, kg acre, 90 kilograms urea. SSP and muriate of potash based on soil test results. To apply nitrogen at 40 kg in the form of urea at 90 kg acre in 3 splits. Apply half at TE time of sowing and remaining into equal splits after first and second cutting of leaves. 3. When crop is grown for seed purpose, apply nitrogen at 30 kg acre I.E 65 kg per acre into doses, half at sowing time and remaining at time of flower initiation. 4. To attain fast growth 15 to 20 days after germination, take spray of tricontinol hormone at 20 ml 10 LTR. 5. 1 spray of NP, K, 19 hours 19 minutes and 19 seconds, Fertilizer at 75 gm 15 ltr of water at 20 days of sowing helps in good and faster growth of crop. 6. For obtaining more yield, spray brasinolide at 50 ml acre in 150 ltr water, 40 to 50 days after sowing. Take second spray after 10 days. Slide -5 weed control, irrigation and plant protection. 1. Take 1 or 2 weeding operations to keep field weed free. Take first weeding 4 week after sowing and second 5-6 week after sowing. 2. Irrigation should be given according to soil moisture present in the soil. First irrigation should be given immediately after sowing of seeds. Subsequent irrigations should be given at 10 to 12 days interval. 3. Pest and their control. If infestation of aphid is observed, to control take spray of imidacloprid at 6 ml 10 ltr water or thimethoxam at 4 gm 10 ltr of water. 4. Disease and their control. Powdery mildew is a patchy, white powdery growth appears on upper surface of leaves. If infestation is observed, take spray of water-soluble sulfur at 20 gm 10 ltr of water. If needed, repeat spray with interval of 10 days or take spray of propiconazole 10 topaz at 200 ml acre in 200 ltr of water. 5. Grain mold. To prevent crop from grain mold, take spray of carbendazim at 200 gm acre 20 days after grain set. 6. Root rot. To protect crop from root rot, as preventive measure do soil application of neem cake at 60 gm acre. Also treat seeds with Trichoderma viride at 4 gm kg of seed. If infestation of root rot observed in field, to control, drenched soil with carbendazim at 5 gm ltr of water or copper oxychloride at 2 gm liter of water. Slide 6. Harvest in and post-harvest. 1. Harvesting time is determined by the intended product. For those seeking the aromatic leaves, the wait is just 30 to 45 days post-sowing. 2. However, for the flavorful seeds, patience is extended to 90 to 120 days, waiting for the plants to adopt a brown hue, signaling mature seeds. 3. When crop attain 20 to 25 centimeters height, harvesting for green leaves can be started. 3 to 4 cutting can be taken. 4. When crop is grown for seed purpose, it is ready for harvesting in April month. Harvest when capsule gets matures, but having green color. Overripe capsule fetch low price. 5. The leaves, delicate and perishable, are best when fresh, though short-term refrigeration can extend their shelf life. 6. After harvesting, allowed crop to dry in sunlight for 6 to 7 days. Then, the seeds are dried in the shade for several days, ensuring longevity, and then stored securely in airtight containers. After drying, carry out threshing and cleaning operation. 7. Smart farming encourages rotation. Introducing legumes in subsequent seasons breaks pest cycles. Intercropping with the likes of onion or fenugreek optimizes land. Major diseases and pests affecting coriander cultivation in eastern India. 1. Powdery mildew. A disease symptoms, it appears as small, white, powdery patches on young parts of stems, leaves and buds which increases in size, and coalesce to cover entire area of leaf surface. Affected leaves are reduced in size and distorted. Premature sterility is also common. In severe cases, the umbels dry up. Seed formation may not take place in affected plants due to this disease. B. Survival and spread. Fungus can survive in plant debris in the form of Cleistothecia and spread long distances by air. C. Favorable conditions. Disease emergence is favored by high humidity and moderate temperatures, cloudy weather, infection is most severe in shaded areas. D. Prevention. Ensure good air circulation around plants. Neem oil or sulfur-based fungicides can help control the spread. 2. Wilt. A disease symptoms. The disease can easily be recognized in the field by drooping of the terminal portions, followed by withering and drying up of leaves, eventually resulting in death. Discoloration of vascular system of the root is observed. Partial wilting is also found. In partially wilted plants, growth is arrested. The leaves become pinkish yellow to yellow. Sterility is often noticed in such plants. Seeds, if formed, are immature and light in weight. Severe infection in the early stage results in total failure of the crop. B. Survival and spread. The disease is soil-borne and primary infection occurs through inoculum present in the soil. C. Favorable conditions. Relatively high soil moisture and soil temperature are favorable for the infection. D. Prevention. Proper crop rotation and ensuring soil health can prevent this disease. Once infected, affected plants should be uprooted and destroyed. 3. Stem gall. A disease symptoms. The disease appears in the form of tumor-like swellings of leaf stem galvanes, leaf stalks, peduncles, stems as well as fruits. The infected veins show a swollen hanging appearance to the leaves. Initially the tumors are glossy which rupture later on and become rough. They are about 3 mm broad and up to 12.5 mm long. Badly affected plants may be killed. In the presence of excessive soil moisture, especially under shaded conditions, when the stem fails to harden and remain succulent, the tumors are numerous. B. Survival and spread. The disease is soil-borne and the inocula present in the soil are the source of primary infection. Pathogen may survive in soil as resting spore for several years. C. Favorable conditions. Relatively high soil moisture and soil temperature are favorable for the infection. D. Prevention. Use beneficial microorganisms like Trichoderma species which act against many soil-borne pathogens. If the disease incidence is high, consider using fungicides recommended for stem gall control in coriander. 4. Blight. A disease symptoms. Dark brown spots appear on the stem and leaves of infected plants and emerging umbels with young flowers get killed. Later in the season when plants are beginning to mature, it may be difficult to recognize a diseased field except reduced seed production. B. Survival and spread. The pathogen survives through conidia or mycelia in diseased plant debris or weed or in soil. C. Favorable conditions. Moist, more than 70% relative humidity, and warm weather, 12 to 25 degrees Celsius temp, and intermittent rains favor disease development. D. Prevention. To combat blight, select healthy seeds and avoid over-irrigation. Application of beneficial microbes like Trichoderma and Pseudomonas fluorescens can help. 5. Stem rot. A disease symptoms. Infected seeds fail to germinate, rapid death of germinating stem rot seeds prior to emergence, water-soaked reddish lesions girdling the stem at the collar region results in the collapsing of emerged seedlings. B. Survival and spread. The pathogen survives as mycelium in dead or live plants and as sclerotia in infected plant parts or on the soil surface or with seed as contaminant. The fungus can spread in water, contaminated soil or on equipment. C. Favorable conditions. Rainy season favors the development of disease. For managing stem rot in coriander, you can consider the following fungicidal treatments. D. Prevention. Copper-based fungicides like copper oxychloride and Bordeaux mixture are commonly used to treat various fungal diseases, including stem rot. Carbendazim and propiconazole are systemic fungicide that can be effective against a range of fungal pathogens. Trichoderma spp, Pseudomonas fluorescens, mancozeb, Captain can be used. 6-leaf spot, brown or black spots appear on leaves, which can lead to premature leaf fall. Prevention, use disease-free seeds. Apply copper-based fungicides if the disease is noticed in the early stages. 7. Damping off, seedlings suddenly wilt and die due to this fungal disease. Prevention, use well-draining soil and avoid overwatering. Seed treatment with organic fungicides can also help. 4. General prevention measures. A crop rotation. This practice breaks the life cycle of pests and diseases and improves soil health. Be healthy seed selection. Always use disease-free and preferably certified seeds. C. Field hygiene. Regularly remove and destroy affected plant parts or whole plants to prevent the spread of diseases. D. Soil health. Enriching the soil with organic matter improves its health, making plants more resilient against diseases. Irregular monitoring. Regularly inspect plants for any signs of pests or diseases. Early detection can lead to more effective management. F. Natural predators. Encourage the presence of natural predators like ladybugs, spiders, and lacewings in the garden, as they can control many pest populations. G. Barrier methods. Using protective nets can prevent some pests from accessing the plants. Part -2 pests. 1. Aphids. These are small greenish insects that suck sap from the plant. They can cause yellowing and curling of the leaves. Prevention. Use neem-based sprays or introduce natural predators like ladybirds. Regularly monitor and remove infested plants. To stem borers, they bore into the stems causing wilting and death of plants. Prevention. Remove and destroy affected plants. Use pheromone traps to monitor and reduce borer populations. 3. White flies, tiny white insects that suck sap from the plant, leading to yellowing of leaves and stunted growth. IPM pre-sowing stage. Stage-wise management of crops involves a set of tailored activities to address the challenges at each phase of the crop's life cycle. Here's a continuous narrative detailing the management activities at each stage. Before even a single seed touches the soil, pre-sowing preparations are crucial. One of the most common cultural practices during this stage is deep plowing, particularly during the summer months. This serves multiple purposes. It regulates nematode populations, exposes pupae and other soil-borne pathogens, and combats the growth of unwanted weeds. Soil solarization, another beneficial activity, involves covering the beds with a 45-gauge polythene sheet, which, when left for about 3 weeks before sowing, effectively reduces soil-based pests, including those stubborn weeds. Timing is everything, so it's imperative to have timely and line sowing. Moreover, ensuring the cleanliness and sanitation of the field, removing deteriorated plants, roguing, and annihilating alternate host plants can further reduce the risk of infestations. But what would crops be without nutrients? It's essential to refer to the soil test reports and provide the soil with the nutrients it's lacking. An application of 4 to 5 tons of farmyard manure or vermicompost, about 1.5 to 0.0 t/acre, integrated to 2-3 weeks prior to sowing, can serve the crops well. For an added boost, Trichoderma, when incubated with FIM, can be applied to enhance the soil's richness. Weeds, the eternal adversaries of crops, need to be controlled. Summer plowing during the scorching months of May and June, coupled with soil solarization using transparent polyethylene sheets, can help. Another tactic, known as the stale seed bed method, is employed in irrigated fields. This involves letting the wheat seeds germinate first and then cultivating the field right before sowing, eliminating the germinating wheat seeds in the process. Lastly, soil and seed-borne pathogens, along with nematodes, pose a significant challenge. A cultural control method is the way to go here. Planting resistant varieties, especially when nematodes are detected in the soil, is advisable. Furthermore, regularly checking plant roots, especially during the mid-season or earlier if symptoms emerge, can provide early detection and mitigation of nematode infestations. IPM sowing stage. Integrated Pest Management (IPM) provides an eco-friendly and sustainable approach to enhancing crop production while effectively managing pests. At the onset, sowing seeds plays a pivotal role in the life of a crop. It's essential that before the seeds even touch the soil, they receive appropriate treatment. Seed inoculation with azotobacter, containing a potent 107 CFU per gram, at a rate of 5 g per kg of seed, and PSB at 8-10 g kg ensures that the seeds have a nutrient-rich beginning. Depending on the soil type, nutrient application varies. For black cotton soils, the recommendation is a basal dose of 12 kg of N, 16 kg P2O5, and 8 kg K2O per acre. However, in lighter soils under irrigated conditions, it's more effective to apply 18 kg of N, 12 kg of P2O5, and 12 kg of K2O as the basal dose during sowing. When it comes to weeds, prevention is better than cure. The use of certified, weed-free seeds not only ensures the quality of the produce but also prevents unwanted growth. Furthermore, line sowing facilitates the interculture operations, making weed management easier. Maintaining the plant population optimally from the beginning minimizes the competition between crops and weeds. Hence, ensuring the right balance is crucial for healthy crop growth. Crops face various threats throughout their life cycle, from diseases like wilt, blight, root rot to pests such as nematodes and insects. For effective control, choosing healthy, disease-free seeds is the first step. Furthermore, incorporating resistant or tolerant varieties can reduce the impact of these threats. It's imperative to avoid over-irrigation, which is a common cause of wilt. Lastly, utilizing bioagents like Trichoderma hazinum viride and Pseudomonas fluorescens for seedling, and planting material treatment can be a game-changer. Whether in nurseries or fields, their application offers a layer of protection against pests. If opting for commercial biopesticides, it's crucial to check their label claims, but for farmers producing their biopesticides, registration isn't mandatory. IPM Vegetative Stage. The vegetative stage is a vital period in a plant's life cycle where it undergoes rapid growth and prepares for flowering. During this phase, a holistic integrated pest management (IPM) strategy is of paramount importance. Cultural practices. At this juncture, precise irrigation is crucial. One must ensure that crops receive water at their critical stages. Both water stress and stagnation can hamper growth, hence maintaining optimal moisture levels is necessary. If, during this stage, larval parasitoids are observed, refraining from chemical sprays can enhance their parasitic activity, providing a natural defense mechanism against pests. Mechanical practices. These involve direct intervention to remove potential threats. Manual collection and destruction of eggs and larvae can prevent future infestations. Infected plant parts must also be collected and destroyed to prevent the spread of diseases. Traps play a significant role during this stage. Yellow sticky traps prove effective against white flies and aphids, while blue ones deter thrips. Light traps operated during the evening hours can control pests attracted to light. Additionally, pheromone traps monitor adult moths' activities, requiring occasional lure replacements. Erecting bird perches encourages predatory birds like the king crow and common myna to naturally manage pest populations. For certain pests, a bonfire set up during early evening hours can act as an attractant, reducing their numbers. Biological practices: nature offers solutions in the form of natural enemies. By conserving these enemies and fostering an environment for their proliferation, one can maintain an ecological balance. This balance aids in naturally keeping pests in check. Nutritional aspect: proper nutrition ensures robust growth. An application of 12 kilograms of an acre as top dressing around 30 days after sowing promotes growth. Furthermore, any micronutrient deficiencies should be promptly addressed through foliar sprays. Weed management: the early growth phase of coriander is relatively slow, making it susceptible to weed competition. Thus, timely weeding is essential. Regular hand hoeing, especially at 25 and 50 days post-sowing, keeps the field free of weeds. The rain-fed crops and irrigated crops have different weeding schedules, with the former requiring attention around 25 to 30 days after sowing and the latter around 30 to 35 days post-sowing. Plant thinning is also crucial to ensure adequate spacing between them. Aphids, whitefly, and indigo caterpillar management: common cultural and biological practices, as described above, address these pests. For aphids, using insecticidal soaps or natural oils like neem can be highly effective. However, it's imperative to consult product labels for usage guidelines. IPM for maturity and storage. During the flowering or maturity stage of crops, a meticulous approach is crucial to ensure the crop reaches its full potential without significant damage from pests or diseases. Nutrient management becomes even more significant as the crop approaches maturity. Any micronutrient deficiency observed should be promptly addressed. A direct foliar spray of the specific deficient micronutrient can be employed, ensuring the plants have everything they need for optimal growth and productivity. Weed management continues to be essential. Any leftover weeds from previous management stages should be entirely removed from the field. This eradication is crucial, not just for the current crop but also for subsequent crops, as it prevents further spread and germination of weed seeds. When dealing with pests like thrips and the seed chalcid fly, farmers should fall back on common cultural and biological practices that have proven effective in the past. For whiteflies, aphids, caterpillars, and other similar pests, the practices employed during the vegetative stage remain effective and should be continued. Similarly, issues like stem gall, stem rot, and wilt should be managed using the methodologies applied during the vegetative stage. By maintaining consistent control measures, the crop stands a better chance against these diseases. Grain mold and powdery mildews present unique challenges. To combat them culturally, it's essential that farmers ensure timely harvesting of the mature crop. Delaying this can increase the crop's vulnerability to powdery mildew attacks. If a chemical control measure is deemed necessary, using sulfur 85% DP at the rate of 6 to 8 kilograms per acre is recommended. Lastly, when it comes to storage, the dreaded khapra beetle, among other pests and diseases, is a significant concern. A proactive measure is to store the produce in gunny bags that have moisture-proof lining. This not only helps in keeping the produce fresh but also mitigates the risk of pest infestations and consequent spoilage. In essence, the flowering and maturity stages are critical junctures in a crop's life cycle. With attentive care and an integrated approach, farmers can ensure the health of their crop and the quality of their yield. With this, we complete this episode of Farming Connects. Thank you for being with us. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Download and subscribe to our app to get more exclusive knowledge solutions like this in a language of your choice. Let us create a better tomorrow together.